Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Sorry that I haven't filmed in a week and a half, but it's because I was sick and sometimes filming takes a long time, but regardless, I feel better now. So I wanted to make a quick video before I start watching my soap operas about compatibility, and I feel like this is a good time to make this video because I want to preface everything that you guys can look at in regards to compatibility in a synastry chart between you and your partner. I know a lot of you girls and guys too want to know about, you want to know about the compatibility of maybe a potential boyfriend or a potential spouse, and I think that compatibility is really important. It's part of the reason a lot of us get into astrology, to know if we're compatible with another person that we may spend the rest of our lives with. And I think that this will be a good video. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can look at to see if you guys are compatible. And I'm gonna really try to break everything down in this video. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying. I know those of you that aren't really experts or aren't really seasoned in astrology may have a little bit of a hard time understanding what I'm saying, but hopefully I can paint a picture for you guys and you guys will understand what I'm saying. So there's a few things I want to get out of the way before I start going off on a tangent about compatibility. If you guys love somebody or if you guys really like somebody, definitely try to work with them in the relationship. I mean, nobody's perfect. There's a reason why we have squares to work on them to become better people. Astrology just serves as a guide to show you the potential of somebody, but it's up to that person ultimately to realize that they have these gifts and work with them. It's just definitely a guide. So don't base any life-changing decisions on this. If a person is treating you well and respecting you, then stay with them. But if you're curious to know if this person's gonna be affectionate or have awesome sex with you, then this video is definitely for you. Let's get started. First things first, I want to talk about the planets that you want to look at. For a guy, it's important that a guy looks at his Venus sign, because the Venus represents a girl, and also his moon sign, because Venus and the moon sign are feminine. For a girl, she's gonna want to look at the sun sign, because that's a masculine sign, but also Mars, especially Mars, because that's gonna also represent the guy, the type of man that she will attract. Now, when you're comparing moon signs, it's gonna tell you if you guys are gonna be able to ultimately get along with one another, because that's gonna be your true colors. Are you guys gonna be able to live with each other? I mean, I'm a Leo moon, so I have to find somebody that, doesn't judge me and is complimenting me all the time and can stand my dramatic outbreaks when I don't get what I want. For the Venus sign in a girl's chart is going to tell you how she flirts, and in a guy's chart, it's gonna tell you what type of girl he's gonna be attracted to. For Mars, on both charts, it can to some extent tell you, the sexual activity and how that's gonna be for you and how you're gonna, experience sex. Are you gonna be a person that can go from girl to girl or guy to guy with no emotional attachment? Or are you going to be somebody that needs that emotional, deep, tantric sex? But in a girl's chart, as I mentioned, it's gonna tell the girl what kind of a guy she's attracted to. Is it gonna be a guy that communicates a lot, or a guy that's fun and flirty? There's also the 7th house cusp. In every chart, there's a 7th house cusp. So that can tell you who you're gonna end up marrying for the most part. The 7th house cusp is opposite from your ascendant. If your ascendant is Taurus, you might attract a lot of Scorpios. In fact, it's gonna be beneficial if you're a girl and the guy's sun is in Scorpio. That can be a really good indicator that maybe he's the one, as long as there's no other negative aspects. For a guy, he's gonna wanna see his partner's moon or Venus sign is in Scorpio, because Venus and moon are feminine. Good thing to look at in your chart, in a synastry chart, or when you're trying to see if you're compatible with another person, if you guys are gonna get along, if you guys are gonna live in harmony, is conjunctions. So conjunctions are basically when planets are really close to each other in a chart, and basically they just have to be within a few degrees of the same sign. And then that's going to tell you that you guys have a conjunction, that they're really knit, and it's between the personal planets. So a female is going to have to look at if her partner's sun is in the same position as her moon sign. So what that would mean is, I'm a moon in Leo, so I have to look, maybe I'd probably live in harmony with somebody with their sun in Leo, because we would understand each other, you know? For guys, it's important to see if their girlfriends or their potential partner's moon sign is in the same position as their sun. So if you have like a Scorpio moon, try to date a Scorpio if you're a guy, if that makes sense. If you guys are looking for just, you know, a hit it and quit it, a person who's just like your cuddle buddy, a person that's, you know, just your booty call. And for girls, you guys need to find a guy whose Mars is in the same position as your Venus. And for guys, find a girl whose Mars is in the same position as your own Venus sign, if that makes sense. So for girls, I don't know, so my Venus is in Sagittarius. I should probably, if I needed a fuck buddy, find somebody whose Mars is in Sagittarius too. Let's see, my friend has his Venus, my guy friend has his Venus in Scorpio, so he probably wants to find a fuck buddy with his Mars, with her Mars in Scorpio. Now, if you guys are looking for a relationship, maybe with a fuck buddy too, or just with your actual, you know, girlfriend, that is more sexual but more passionate at the same time, try to look for a Pluto Venus conjunction, and you guys will see that maybe in relationships or whatever the truck you're doing with them, it can be more erotic. Now, I know that a lot of us people crave, well, especially girls, I know that a lot of girls crave that they're treated like, you know, princess and you know, queens, and they want to be worshipped like goddesses. So if you guys want that kind of relationship, the midheaven does come into play. If you girls have a boyfriend that has his midheaven that falls in your Venus or moon, so if his midheaven is in Capricorn and your Venus sign or your moon sign is in Capricorn, then they're likely to, you know, idolize you and treat you like a goddess. And on the opposite end, if you guys want some type of girl that's submissive because you guys are super patriarchal, I mean, which is fine, no judgment, then you want your partner's sun sign to fall on your midheaven. Yeah, so you want your girlfriend's sun to fall on your midheaven, because then she'll kind of like find her identity in a way through you and think you're the awesome and think you're the shit. So if that's what you're looking for, just look for conjunctions among personal planets in the midheaven. If you guys are looking for like some awesome communication skills, which plenty of us lack, probably because we don't look at this, look for any personal planets in conjunction to a Mercury. So if your sun, moon, or Venus or Mars is in conjunction with somebody's Mercury. See, I have my sun in Scorpio, so, or I have my moon in Leo, so maybe I want somebody with Mercury in Leo, or maybe I want or have my Venus and Mars in Sagittarius, so I could probably relate to somebody with Mercury in Sagittarius, which actually, yeah, my boyfriend and I have that conjunct, so we do for the most part communicate really well. Obviously there are other things in the chart, especially in synastry charts. Look at the inter aspects, because sometimes it could throw things off balance. Lastly, another important thing that a lot of people forget to look at is the North Node and South Node. So if any of the personal planets are in conjunction with the North Node or the South Node, that's actually almost a karmic relationship. Now, meaning that maybe in, you know, your past lives you were dating this person, or you knew this person, and it's just like a karmic, you know, relationship that is cycling over to this life. If you have your South Node in conjunction with your partner's moon sign, sun sign, Venus sign, Mars sign, then that could be a strong indication of attraction. Although, and you know, actually a lot of married couples do have this. Although if there are hard aspects, South nodes sometimes does symbolize things that are coming to an end, and your South Node is directly opposite of your North Node. Now, if your North Node is in conjunction with a personal planet in your partner's, a partner's personal planet, I should say. So if that happens, then that means that it's like a magnet. You guys are super, super attracted to each other, and what can make it hard though is that the North Node symbolizes change in your purpose. So your partner might take some time getting used to you as you're changing. If there's that North Node conjunction, if your North Node is in Libra and then your partner's moon sign or sun sign is in Libra, then they're gonna have, it can be difficult because they're gonna have to, you know, get used to you, the course of, you know, the purpose to your life in this world. So that's what can make it a little bit difficult. So to sum up this video, I know it's like all about conjunctions and, you know, opposites attracting with the descendant and the ascendant. I just want to let you guys know that in a chart, like, go on Astro Theme or astro.com and look at the synastry charts, and then you're gonna see where all of the planets in your partner's chart and in your chart are almost touching each other, and those are conjunctions. And look for those with the personal planets, because that's going to give you a really strong indication if you guys are going to communicate well, if you guys are going to be affectionate to each other, if you guys are going to live in harmony, and if you guys can, you know, have an awesome sex life. So definitely look at that, and hopefully this video serves as a guide. Close. And also remember, the tighter the conjunction, the stronger that it projects in your relationship. So I hope you guys helped. I hope this helped a little bit. I will be getting into more specific Venus signs, Mars signs, through all of the 12 signs. That's my next video. I don't know what you guys want to see though, Venus or Mars, because you know, I don't know if you guys care more about love or sex and fire. I don't know, let me know. Thank you for watching my YouTube channel, and please subscribe. See you later, guys.